Hello, friends, neighbors. John, your Whisky neighbor here. Welcome down the Nook. Welcome to Sunday Samples. Today, I'm going to shoot two. I actually thought there were two ryes, and then I went back and reviewed the video footage on this Last Straw Whiskey in the Six collaboration, and it's a whiskey. So I've got this sample from Jesse, Dribs and Drams. Thank you, Jesse. And it is it was down south. It would be considered a bourbon. It is a mash bill, corn, rye, and barley, and aged, I think, 3 years, 56%. And then I am going to sip this Buzzard Roost Cigar Rye. And I'll tell you a bit more about how that's made later. But it's also a younger, maybe a 3-year type whiskey. So if you've got any younger bourbon-like whiskey, or if you have the Last Straw Whiskey in the Six collaboration, why don't you pour some of that? And if you've got any kind of smoky rye, a little stronger, why don't you pour some of that, or this Buzzard Roost cigar? That'd be great. When you come back, we'll share some thoughts together. 3, 4. As I said in the opener, Jesse from Dribs and Drams sent me this sample, this Last Straw and Whiskey in the Six collaboration. I don't know why I had it in my head. Like, from getting the sample, I'm like, oh yeah, they made a rye. I'm sure they made a rye. Rob did a rye. And actually, it's not. It's a whiskey. This is, I think it's 70% corn, 20% rye, and 10% barley. And then I think it rested in recharred casks from Wild Turkey, I think. I believe it's younger, 3 years old, and I believe it's released at 56%. So pretty cool stuff. I did watch a little bit of the video with Rob and the owners of Last Straw. Sorry, the couple there. And it was fun to hear that collaboration and something that, maybe one day I'd love to do with a small distillery. Let's do nose and taste on this collaboration. Oh, it's a spicy nose. It's fresh, it's oaky. Yeah, it's got a little younger wood in it, like almost like a pine wood. For 20% rye, it's got a little bit of rye spice going on. At least for me. Let's try it on the palate. Cheers. I think maybe that power of suggestion, right where I ended on the nose, it's tasting a bit more like a spicy rye. It's got a little bit of eucalyptus, some cracked pepper, a fair amount of oak going on. Good oak conversation, some char. There is some sweetness, but not a lot of sweet vanillas or a lot of brown sugars. It's more kind of peppery, kind of spicy, slight lemony, that kind of thing. Better try another sip. Lots and lots of flavor. It really continues to me, like, I think in a blind, I would think, oh, it's a rye, like 51% kind of rye. It's only 20. It is younger, and the youngerness is also in the wood. The wood, as I said, is kind of green, kind of piney, but it's there. Lots of oak, and then more cracked pepper, spice, a little bit of cinnamon, but interesting. Great young collaboration and first whiskey kind of together. I hope you guys are doing another batch. Tasty stuff. This one is from Buzzard's Roost. Now, I understand it's not available in Alberta yet, which is too bad. They have a whole rack of bottles at Wine & Beyond I just recently was looking at. But the story, I believe, behind this is that they're still picking up their liquid from MGP. This is a 95.5 rye. And then they are rebarreling, like it's aged when it comes to them, and then they rebarrel in their own custom-made barrels. And I can't remember what staves they use. Oh, shoot, I should have looked that up before I got on here. But it is a custom barreling that they have put together. And then this is, after it's aged in their custom barrels, they take it out and they put it back into new charred, nope, it could be toasted, because I know that they really like their toasting. But the new oak, what I'm trying to get to is this part, the cigar rye, is they take those barrels and they smoke them over Kentucky whole leaf tobacco. Just like their peated rye that I've tried before, the barrels are smoked over Scottish peat. These, the finishing barrels, not the aging barrels, are smoked over Kentucky whole leaf tobacco. And we'll see what that brings. This will be nose and taste. This is 52.5%. I think all of their, unless a barrel strength, it's somewhere around that range. Let's try it. Nose and taste, Cigar Rye. Well, maybe all that talk of smoke, it is a little smokier. In contrast, this has some of the sweetness that I thought I was missing. Coming back here, I've got a little bit of sugary sweetness, but this is deeper, a little red fruit, a little cherry. Bit of orange, a bit of orange marmalade. Nice nose. Let's try it on the palate. Cheers. Oop. That's a good rye. Little candy crack in there, cracked like that candy red apple, some cherry. Oh! And absolute tobacco on the finish. Like, I was getting a little hint in the nose maybe, but that was a genuine, whoa, did I just have a cigar? Like, it actually breathed out and gave the impression of a little bit of smoldered tobacco. Better try another sip. Now it's just part of the conversation. Now we've got charred, smoked, spicier rye, more cinnamon, more fruit, like red fruit. That's that cherry for me. But the finish, again, as I just let it kind of just sit around, and there it comes back, tobacco. Almost like a fair amount of tobacco. I need to spend slow amounts of time on this. I don't want it to overwhelm it. It's a very unique expression, but I don't want to turn into ashtray, right? Where it's like, oh, wait, no, that's too much. I don't think it's there, but it is quite a surprising hello on the mid to longer finish part. It just comes back really speaking that smoked tobacco. It's absolutely there. Very unique. These are great whiskeys. This one, a little young, or at least tastes a little young, little piney. And this one, much richer fruits, much richer whiskey. And that tobacco is something really unique. Something I don't think I've really had in a whiskey. Because it's not just smoke from peat or that char in the barrel. It really quite speaks like whole leaf tobacco. Crazy. Thanks for the samples. Thanks, Jesse, over at Dribs and Drabs. And thanks, Robert, the distributor of Buzzard up here in Alberta. Really appreciate you giving me a sample to try. Hope you guys found some of these thoughts interesting. And if you've had either of these, why don't you chime in and talk to your experience with either one. Thanks. You guys have a good week.